I feel like I've landed in a very hot, arid desert area.
Mm-hmm.
It is like the wind is very dry and hot. I can feel it on my skin.
So you're in a desert area?
It feels like a desert, yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, scan the area and tell me what you see or feel maybe around you.
Yeah, there just doesn't seem to be much for miles. Maybe some hills and some dunes, but it's very arid, very dry area. Yeah.
How do you feel right at the moment? Do you feel like you're in a body or?
I feel like I'm in my skin there. Yes.
And do you feel like male or female?
I'm gonna say male. I feel like I have like something wrapped around my head. I have protective clothing on. I have the right clothing for the weather conditions, the what I'm presented with in that climate. I'm going to say
What are your garments like?
very, very loose flowing. I feel they're very light, but they cover a lot of my body because the sun's hot, and it's for protection. But
can you see the material? What does the material look like?
It feels cotton. It feels very light, but it's like good quality cotton.
Nice. What color are you seeing?
It's like a white and cream.
Nice. Mm-hmm. And what about on your feet as you look down towards?
I have sandals on.
Yes.
They're dark, like they're made out of like natural leather and as such. Yes.
Nice. What is the color of the soil under your feet?
Oh, it's like a tan.
Tan.
It's sand. Yes.
And are you there by yourself as you look around?
No, I don't feel I am. I feel like I'm with some others. I want to say caravan.
Okay.
We're a caravan.
Is there anyone ahead of you or behind you that you can see?
No, I feel like I am kind of in I'm going to say the lead.
Okay. And what direction are you going, toward the sun? Or
Yes, we're headed toward the sun. We are using the sun as a method of direction. We know where we need to go, where we're headed, and we are just using the sun as an alignment to keep our path straight. Because where we are headed, we know exactly where we need to be and where we need to go. So this group I'm with, we are very dedicated in, I feel we want to deliver a message somewhere. Across the desert. Yeah.
is there someone waiting at the end of your destination? Who is it that you'll be delivering the message to?
Oh, I'm gonna say a collective of people are waiting. They're waiting for our message to let everyone know we are coming. We are coming. We are using the desert as metaphor of that trek of land, the distance we are making to let you know all is at hand.
How many people are in your group?
There's a few. I'm going to say a handful. They are well chosen. They are well respected.
Who chose these people?
God. God chose these people to come at this time, in this hour of need. We must go forward, no matter what.
What is your name as the leader of that group? What do they call you?
I'm just going to say the first name was Joseph.
Joseph.
I am Joseph.
You're Joseph?
I say this with great conviction.
What can you tell us about your mission and your quest there as you move forward? What is the purpose of it?
I come. I will bring gifts for each. Those that are willing and open to receive. I bring the gift of light to your hearts. Open your hearts to receive the light.
Is there a reason why you are bringing this gift, and who are you bringing it for?
Bringing it for to lift those who are ready to receive. It is the light within that is in everyone.
And how? Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, I was just going to say, just take the light that is given freely. It is all around you. It surrounds you. It's like the sun. It's the wind. It rises up into your feet from Mother Gaia. It is all around you. I am just offering this up to you now, at this time of moving forward into the light. All those that are receptive, I am just here to share the light.
Are you part of this group that landed in the desert, or are you here speaking for humanity in this year of 2026?
I feel like I am both.
You're both.
I am both. I am that man in the desert who knew at that time the light within his heart. And he was willing to share as well the light from his heart to whoever who was open to receive it. So we are just, what can I say, jumping time into this timeline and offering through Diane's heart as with his heart the light. Offering my light forward to all who are ready to receive.
So I'm speaking with Joseph?
You are with both. You are with both. Yes, I am with Joseph, so I am the higher self.
Okay. So,
connected to both. Yes.
okay. So I heard you come in
Yes.
earlier.
Yes.
But
I did.
I wanted Diane to go deeper.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm hoping
Yes.
that was okay.
Yes. Yes.
Can you explain, because Joseph is a common name, which Joseph you're referring to?
Yes. Yes. I was Joseph of a well-known tribe back then. And yes, there was so many called Joseph. Joseph. Oh. Yes. I feel, part of that, landscape back then, very much attached to, the time of 2,000 years ago. I'm going to say in that range of time, I was alive in that fractal of time back then. I was that man who traveled the desert with an open heart to share messages of the coming time. Ahead then, ahead now. Yes, I'm just a messenger. Just a messenger.
So, are you before or after the time of when Jesus walked the earth?
I know the question, and this is confusing Diane, because she has just read a book regarding this and the Essene family, and she was confused because she had a past life there, and she read about Joseph of Arimathea, something like that, and she believes of her time back then as someone else. So yes, she is feeling confused, but she is feeling that she was this Joseph, but yet she was this other person as well. And a question she had is, can a soul have different streams in one lifetime of the same soul aspect? And we're going to answer her question with this and say yes, that a soul can have two streams of the same soul in that lifetime and be in two embodiments. It is confusing, and it has been confusing for Diane to convey this, but we are just confirming what she has been pondering since reading this book that she just stopped reading 2 days ago. So it is very fresh in her mind. So we are just kind of letting her know that her soul had streamed into different characters at that time of her embodiment 2,000 years ago.
Okay.
This is an interesting concept for people to hear.
Is it similar to being fractaled, like?
It is, but I'm going to say it's a stream of that energy that is streaming through. So yes, in retrospect, it is like a fractal of that soul that actually can be embodied in two souls at the same time. There is just so much to wrap our brains around about our incarnations that we know so little about, what needs to be done or is taking place in order for the plan or roles to be played out to perfection.
It is very confusing.
It is mind-boggling. That's why Diane was halting, because she was like going back in her mind, well, I feel like I am Joseph of that time, but I also knew myself as someone else. So I was a little confused there, but I'm clearing that up.
So is that part of when the higher self, like we have an oversoul or a higher aspect, can the higher self break into pieces, so to speak, and come in as different?
It's fractals.
Yeah.
You don't break off. You almost just kind of let that stream of energy flow through. Yeah, it's like you're just letting that stream of energy flow from one embodiment to the other, but it can be two simultaneously in the same lifetime.
Wow.
Which is confusing.
Yes.
It's very confusing. Yeah, I think we pigeon ourselves into pigeonhole into one concept. You know, we may read it, we may hear someone else, and it's like you're introduced to another way of thinking, and you just have to alter your thought forms and not be so in this box. Like Diane is really learning to let go of things she's hearing, things she's listening to. She's finding she plays someone's video and she shuts it off. She can't even listen to this stuff anymore because it is coming around to her truth. What is her truth? Her truth is her truth. Someone else's truth is their truth, and it may not be her truth. So slowly and surely, I think one by one, people will come to this realization as well, and just kind of stop listening to other people, because it is your own individual journey that you are on, and it makes sense to you and only you to follow your light. And this is her light that she's following. And yes, it can be confusing at times for her, but she is so heavily guided. And I know she questions this as well, but she is so learning to trust and to open herself more and more. And it's a delight to see. We said this last time, that she is merging her intuitive self into her higher self. They are merging. That road is slowly closing its gap, and soon that road will roll into one, and she will be walking her higher self on this planet. And she feels that so strongly. She feels her higher self coming in throughout the day. More and more. Yes, yes.
One of her questions, actually, before I get started here, could you start a body scan for her to do this?
Yes.
Get started on the healing. Thank you. And we'll get to those questions in a bit. But one of her questions was about her creator codes.
Yes.
And there was a percentage she was at last time. You said 70%.
I know. I know she keeps asking this, and yes, we will tell her that, okay, we're gonna give you a percentage. I'm gonna say 85, and yes, this year has taken its toll on her in so many ways. It has challenged her to her very core and essence of her being. But this had to be so. Yes.
Is it all part of her
It is.
integrating? Like she has to throw out the bad or challenge herself? Like she
had to be upgraded to this level. And we realized it was so painful on her human body to go through that upgrade.
What happens to her as she goes through an upgrade, or people in general, as you upgrade us with? Is it a higher frequency? It
is with her body integrating these codes, and these are the creator codes. Not everyone has these codes to carry through their body, but I have chosen this in this lifetime to do that, and I knew that, and some aspect of me knew this past year that this was the underlying condition, and she was not happy with this. But on some level, she kept her faith in knowing that this too shall pass, and it will pass. There is some time to go yet, but she is on, I'm going to say, the mend, but okay. It is slow. It is slow while these extra codes come in. And we cannot rush these codes coming in, because you saw what happened to the body this past year when we did upgrade to a certain degree, which had to have happened at this point in time for that year. It all had to happen for a certain point coming up. A level had to be integrated into this body.
Is there something coming?
It is coming. It is coming. It's on the precipice. This is the painting Diane painted last year or so. And she stands and she looks at that painting and she knows. She just knows what is to happen, what is to come. On some level, she does. In one way, she doesn't, but on another level, she does. It is the portal of light that is getting ready to burst. I'm going to say burst onto the planet, but it is not an earth-shaking burst. It is a portal of light that is opening.
What is the source of that light opening, the portal? Where is it coming from?
It's coming from God. It is God's light. It is God's light that has come through to this planet. It is God. We are God.
Can I ask, since you're a higher aspect here,
yes,
that Diane is integrating these codes, I'm assuming, so that she can help anchor the light in?
Yes.
Is that what it
is? Yes, it is. The codes. It is the codes that she is emitting. I need to be anchored into this planet in my totality. That is my role. This is my job. I know this. I know I have a job to do. And I will anchor these codes in. That is my mission. It is first and foremost in my mind. Despite what this body has to go through, it is something that needs to be accomplished, and I did choose this. I did choose to come in to help uplift this planet, this consciousness. We are all one. It is my gift to reach my hand out and pull everyone up into their own light that is within.
How do people know if they're going to be able to embody this light that's coming in?
It is chosen. Prior to coming down here, it is chosen. Each one chooses prior to coming down. There are those that will simply not choose this, but so many are. Even if they're not aware of it, you know, anything can change on a dime. I'm going to say this. Anything can change. Someone can awaken at a drop of a hat. All is not lost. Even though it appears we're going to hell in a handbasket, that is not so. What is being revealed is what always just been under the surface. The darkness has always been there. It was there when Yeshua walked the land. It was there then. So, if it was there then, think of 2,000 years for that darker energy to build and take hold of this planet. But let me assure you that It is being taken care of. I know you hear on your, spiritual news that this is happening and that is happening. And yes, that's true. But I am going to say that on so many levels that you are not aware of, that it is being taken care of, because it is time. This is bequested by God at this time, that the darkness recede. And it is receding. We are making sure of it.
It seems like there's a lot coming out, that it's almost like where you were saying, Diane, she scrolls through things. She can't listen anymore.
No.
I think, and maybe you can correct me, but if you're awake, does that mean you just can't tolerate? You can see through.
You cannot. On some level, you know, whether these videos are just for the likes or they're just supporting their livelihood.
Right.
She listens to lesson 5 on her hand. I would say 3 in particular that just resonate with her soul, and she knows to keep them and listen to them, and she gains wisdom through them, and they rest easy on her soul. But the other ones, she shuts off. She can't listen to them anymore. And this is what's going to happen. People will just slowly turn away from all that and turn within to their own navigational compass, which is your heart. Your heart will guide you. Just put that out there to be guided through your heart, your guides, to be shown the way, and it will be so. It will be so. Just trust. I guess the biggest thing I have to say is to trust. Just to trust in God's plan. Yes. And I say that with such a big smile in my heart, because it just feels so good.
Yeah.
It feels so good for what God has planned for us. I just feel at peace and at calm.
There seems to be I've noticed myself, a lot more debate about God in general, who God is and how he represents people, or what he's done for us, what he hasn't done for us. Is he real? Is he not real? Like, there's so much controversy.
Yes.
It's so hard unless you truly know in your heart.
Yes. People have overcomplicated things. They attach God with a label and see it as such, like almost like a solid, like a being or thing. But God just is. Right. You cannot point your finger and go, oh, there's God sitting in his chair. No, that's not the way it is. God is the eternal breath of life. It is everywhere. It is with everything on your planet. It's God. God is just experiencing God. God is.
So how does Jesus fit into this? And not that I want to go down that road of debating, but the whole Trinity, God, like...
Yes. Diane's just going to refer this book that she just read, and it did resonate with her that back in the Essene time with Yeshua, they all knew their place. They all knew the plan. It is the plan. It is God's plan. And back then, it was written in the stars, so to speak, of everyone's mission back then. And back then, they were so connected to God and Source and their higher selves. They took their directive through back then through their I am presence, and were so connected to God. They had the answers of what to do, where to go. Every step of the way back then was, I'm going to say, choreographed with detail of the plan, and it was God's plan that Yeshua be the Messiah at that time to go forward and, we're going to say in quotations, go through the sacrifice to show people that there is no death. You live on.
Yeah.
And that was the main message at that time, was to show that you do not die.
Right.
Your soul lives on. But over time, yes, through religions, it's been distorted greatly with Yeshua's message back then.
So many are connected to him.
Oh, yes.
And follow his way.
Yes, yes.
And was that the point of all that?
You know, Yeshua was just a messenger back there for to speak of the love, of connection with his fellow man, and your own connection within to the light. That's all Yeshua was spreading, was what was in him was within you. What he could do, you could do as well. Yeshua did not want to be above anyone. He is your friend. Yes.
I feel like that.
People have put this pedestal under his feet and see him on the cross. He does not want to appear that way.
Yeah.
That was not his intention. It's just been so distorted by the different religions in order to keep people away from finding themselves. If you go to church and listen to the preacher and what they have to say, you're not going to go looking inside. You're going to be listening to someone else.
Right. So for those people who do feel a strong connection to him, it's a good thing.
Oh, it's a very good thing.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. He is your friend. He's your brother. And that's how he looks upon you.
Yeah.
There is no, I'm going to say, tiers of one being better than the other. It's just not that way. They just, back then, they had missions that they needed to fulfill back then in order for, let me say, the bedrock, the foundation to be laid, because it was back 2,000 years ago, the seeds of Christ consciousness were seeded back then. So that is what is being birthed now, is that seed of Christ consciousness. It is time. It was seeded back then, and now it's starting to come up. Let's just use this analogy. The seeds have opened underground, and there is that root that's taking place, and it's slowly coming up through the earth, the soil, and will slowly crest the earth. That's how much the Christ consciousness is ready to be birthed at this time. So we are very, very excited, and I am speaking from on high. This is like the highest that can be spoken of right now, that is coming through, and we are sharing that we are so pleased with what is transpiring on earth, on the planet today. We are literally in a coliseum, and it is full of spectators, and we are cheering, and we could not be more pleased with what is going on. And people will be listening and going, well, that's not how I see it. But let me tell you, what you see is an illusion, and it is going to be shattering. Your illusions will be shattering, and you will see the truth of it all.
Do you think that humanity is, when this light comes through from our Creator, that there will be hard times for people on the planet? Like there's talk of grids going down and no food and catastrophes. Is that real? Or is that just made up to scare and bring fear?
I'm going to say there is some reality to that. How could that not happen? Would you know, the totality of what has to take place, there will be some shifting. There will be some displacement. This does have to take place, but I'm going to reassure you on some level to say that you will be guided to go where you need to go to safer ground, so to speak. And hopefully, you know, that more people will be in a higher degree of awareness to pick up the subtle messages that will guide them. But catastrophes, I'm not going to say like it's just going to be horrible, but yes, this is a transformation for Gaia, and what needs to be done will be done. But Gaia is also holding us, you know, very gently throughout this process as well. So yes, there could be some disruptions with internet, perhaps, also with hydro, but you know,
but that happens like when we have a bad snowstorm.
It does. It does. And, you know, I am going to say it does not hurt to be prepared. Preparation is always a good thing, no matter what. So, yeah, I guess the big thing I'm saying is not to go into fear.
That can be challenging when it's constantly being pushed in your face.
I know, I realize that. Yeah. And it, you know, unfortunately, we say that these emotions are presenting themselves to you on some level for you to work through them. And I know people do not like to hear that, but it is. And I know Diane still, you know, has challenges with that. It's like even driving down here, she had to overcome that. So it is coming these fears. Yes.
Okay. Diane does have different questions here. I'm trying to find ones that people can all benefit from before we get into her personal ones. Okay, so 2025 was the year of the snake. I know you know the questions because you're obviously there when she writes them. What did Diane release last year? And with this new year of the fire horse, how is that going to affect her and you know, just humanity as a whole?
Yeah. Yes, so much shedding took place last year. As we were saying, with these codes coming in, they needed room. So much density had to be pushed out. And yet density can cling into your, you know, any aspect of your body, you know, your joints, your muscles, your bones, and this was just shedding of so much old debris that she did have accumulated in there. And yes, it was a painful process for everything to leave. And yeah, it did seem a lot for it to happen over, it took a year, but that was what was arranged for her, so that is what happened.
So people that are going through struggles as well, maybe that's part of their soul contract?
It very well could be, yes. Part of what they signed up for in this lifetime. There are variables to that with health challenges. Yeah, I guess each individual is different. I am speaking for this vessel in particular,
Yeah.
that this is what has been her challenge this past year, was releasing the old, shedding the old, letting things go by the wayside of doing. And her life literally was on hold. The things she would have done, she could not do. So that was almost an initiation for her to just drop and let go of her life as it was, because she would reflect, oh, I would just do this and I could do that, but that was a part of her she had to let go because she could no longer do that. So that was an aspect of the shedding of the old self. And yeah, that's partially what it was. Like what she was so used to doing, she couldn't because of her physical condition. So that aspect of her, I'm going to say, literally died off. That was the shedding.
So that was a pretty big
It was.
thing to go through for her.
It was a huge initiation for her to endure, I'm going to say. Yes.
And you said she's on the mend from that?
She's very much on the mend. Yes, there is still tweaking in her limbs, and some pain, still limited in her movement, but she is slowly getting more mobile. But what she would have done before, there is no desire. Like, she hopes people doesn't think she's too strange with her desire not to go out into a restaurant, or to go shopping, or go to a mall, or go to places where there's a lot of people. That is just not where her heart is these days. It's just being with herself, and she was always to herself, but this is much more tuning herself into her higher self at this time, and she's just letting it all fall away to the wayside. It's not important, these trivial things for her anymore.
And I find a lot of people are feeling that way, just keeping back from what they used to do. But
yes.
What about her, like the other health concerns she has with congestion in her throat and sinuses?
We are still working on that. As our last visit, it was from the heart to the crown. There still needs some work to be done there. She finds it very irritating with her throat. The coughing, the congestion, the clearing. It is clearing. This is what's happening on so many levels. It's clearing through her throat. And yes, she does need help with that. So maybe we could get someone in to help with that clearing process. And through her sinus, her third eye, like that passageway does need more clearance. So she does need assistance with that for the alignment.
Could we help her with that today?
Yes. Let's call, who wants to come in with this to assist? Yeshua.
I was just going to say, how about we call in the master healer?
Yes. He's here.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's so great. It's always wonderful to have him in these sessions.
Yes. Diane is feeling her connection to me so much more these days. Yes, I'm here for her.
Awesome. Is there any other healing you could work on for her while you're here? Apart from that, how is her heart doing now?
Yes, we definitely will be putting our energy in her heart. She has been feeling It's her heart chakra that is opening.
Yeah.
That is, she's feeling that opening. So let's just give it some breadth to open more gently and with ease and grace. So yes, it is the heart that is opening, and through the heart opening, it's all in alignment from the heart to, and she does conclude into her heart, her high heart, and she does work with that in conjunction with that. So let's continue on up from the heart to the higher heart, which is just below the throat. So let's work on her throat chakra, because that is definitely her area that is really giving her a lot of issues, and it has been for so long, but it's all connected from the heart to the throat to the third eye in alignment. So let's assist with that alignment today, so to ease up on her symptoms that she is feeling daily and throughout the day. So this will help support her with that.
What is it that you actually do for her? Like, how are you healing that?
My energy is going in there, and I'm just going to say I am soothing the area. I am putting in balance and light, certain colors of light I am putting in there, and movement, flow of energy. It's like I am opening up a channel from her chest, and I'm going literally up through her system and right out through her crown, because her crown it does appear to be more open than the other chakras, which does create an imbalance because so much light is coming in, but yet there's these blockages that prevent it from having a easy flow. So we're just going to ease that channel up so there's a more ease of flow of energy coming in from her crown to her heart.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
I always love it when you're here because I have a million questions I always want to ask you, but I want to stay focused here. So, is there anything you can tell her while you're here, if you don't mind answering questions? What can support her health moving forward as these changes come in?
Yes, yeah. It's like she's already getting the guidance. Like she's got supplements, she's got vitamins, and she thinks about this and she goes, I never think to take them. But it's because you don't need them. You are so guided with what you are taking. If something is just not even in your awareness, you do not need it.
Oh, well, that explains a lot.
Yeah. If you forget things, you are not in need of them.
So it's not like short-term memory loss.
No. You are so being guided, and she goes, oh, I have these supplements. Or, why do I forget to take them? Well, you're forgetting because we're not putting it out there for you to take them.
You know what? That's why I love these sessions, because we're all so much alike. And I'm totally resonating with what you're saying here.
Yeah, even though Diane feels that's going to support her, there's stuff in that she needs. No. Awesome. Yeah, you are getting everything you need. And I'm going to just touch on her diet. That seems to be shifting as well. She is finding it so hard to even go to the grocery stores these days. It's like nothing is attracting her attention, appealing to her. She sees where it comes from.
Yeah.
And it's just like she's just so turned off by stuff. And it's like, well, how am I getting these nutrients in my body when I buy, fruits and vegetables and I can't even eat them in my fridge? And she's like, well, what the heck? Like, what is going on? But her appetite is changing. She's always been one to make her own food. She's always done that. She's always made everything from scratch. She does her own canning. So she just goes down to the basement and brings up soup. And that is all she needs. That's it. It comes right from Gaia. Everything she plants, nurtures. She has her greenhouse. She has her land. She has tended that land 35 years. Her energy is in the soil. So therefore, it is going into the food. So what better way to support her, to supply her with the nutrients, is with her own loving heart through Gaia. She is nurturing herself.
That's actually very amazing that you put it that way, because so many people are feeling drawn to grow their own food.
Yes.
And maybe on a spiritual level, or their higher selves are pushing them for that reason.
Yes, but this is one thing that people aren't aware of, is that their energy is going into the love and the nurture. I'm going to say in that seed, because Diane's already started her seeds, and she goes down and she just lovingly tends them even at the seed. And once again, we're starting with the seed. So this is the theme of this session today, is everything starts with that seed. Wow. And you nurture that seed, and you have that faith and that trust that's in that mustard seed, as spoken of. And when you plant that seed in the ground and you love it and you nurture it and you send your love to Gaia, that is a cycle that comes around. So when you put that in your mouth, in your body, it just comes full circle. And that is what is going to support people moving forward, is that connection with Gaia, the soil, the land. And yes, the soil has been tampered with the chemtrails and such, but it is your intention with what you put into the soil that can actually override anything that could be a negative. So start thinking positive, people, and use your imagination and start building on that, and you will create the beauty in the world that is on the threshold of what's to come. It's just people need to have their minds tweaked and put their phones away, set them aside, shut their TVs off, and go out on Gaia and just lift your face to the sun and just let it all happen organically.
That's awesome. It's hard to do that when it's minus 25 outside and it's freezing.
But there is a gift, Suzanne, there. Just going out to feed the birds is enough.
I do that.
It is enough.
I love that.
You do with what you can, yes.
Okay, perfect. She has a question here about her past life experience or timelines, or what's most affecting her now. Yes. Are they coming?
They are merging. I am going to say that. And that is also a difficult aspect for the human body, is all these fractals coming in in a human vessel. This also takes people to a download, I'm going to say, of your activities being on the lesser side than a more active lifestyle. It is just slowing your pace down while everything just gets caught up. I think what I'm saying is my body is just catching up to everything that has just taken place in the past year, and it is slowly merging and becoming more whole. So yes, and we are definitely watching and maintaining her level of comfort to some degree while this is happening. But we are coming into the final stretch, I would like to say, of the merging. So, yeah.
So is it possible for like a release now for all the past issues from previous lives? Can they be released from this life?
Yes. Let's go ahead and support her with this to lessen any degree of discomfort that she's experiencing. So what we can take from her today, we will.
Okay.
To lessen the load of what she's been carrying. And yes, ease up on her shoulders, because her shoulders have been taking a brunt of the weight she's been carrying, and she does feel that in her neck, even as she's laying here as well. So we will help her with her neck and shoulders just to lessen that pain.
So you can ease up a bit on, I know you're upgrading her codes or whatever.
Yes.
But ease up a little for her, because she is human.
Yes, and we do realize that. But I'm going to say she's one tough cookie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Determined, that's for sure.
Yes.
Okay. What about, she has something about karmic debt. Is there anything she needs to fix or be aware of?
I'm getting a visual that we're just sweeping that up with a broom and a dustpan.
Okay.
That's basically what we need to concern ourselves with that. It's like being taken care of.
And it's served its purpose.
It has served its purpose. She has learned what she's need to learn. She is so aware and does so much introspection. Is that a word? She does inner surveillance of her thoughts, her feelings, and then she feels them, but yet she always comes back to a place of neutrality. And that is so important these days for everyone. Yes, you're going to feel emotions come up, and they will affect the human psyche, the physical body, and I guess what we can say is, yes, feel everything you must feel, but also, to some degree, you must let that go. It will not serve you carrying that down the road with you. It is always best to come back to a place of balance and neutrality, and just let things be as they are. I know this is so hard to say with what is happening on your planet at this time, but there are things happening. And we'll just use Diane as an example. She'll go on maybe Facebook or her phone, and she'll see that this has happened and that's happened, and she's like, well, I'm not even aware that it even took place. And it's like she is so above what is happening now. We're not even putting her awareness there, because her awareness does not even need to be there. Because if your awareness is there, you are adding to that. So if you're feeling the fear, the anger, the turmoil, you're just adding to that ball. And if that ball gets big enough, it's just going to start rolling down the hill. So pull your energy back out of that and look through the eyes of neutrality, because in the large scheme of things, it is just I don't want to say game, but it's an illusion. It really is.
Is it beneficial, though, for people to be aware of what's happening? But not
you can be aware to the degree you want to be. I think, like Diana's put it out there, yes, she needs to know what sort of is going on. And she puts it out there for us to put it in her awareness what needs to be seen and what doesn't need to be seen. She's not seeing it, and if she does hear something, she just doesn't go down that thread because she knows what would be the point of me knowing that. I don't think you need to know everything. I know people are saying, oh, you need to know. But if you have an awareness of what has been happening on the planet, you don't need to go through every nook and cranny and shine a light on it. The darkness is there. Don't go down those roads that will just disturb you. That's what I can share for Diane's benefit. Each to their own, I'm going to say, but to keep your own light and shiny. It is not good to go down that dark path for hours on end. You need a breather. You need to come back for air. That's what we have to say on that.
I think that it has to do a lot with nervous system regulation.
It does.
And keeping yourself anchored.
Absolutely. Like this information, it goes into your body. What do you want to put into your body? It will affect your nervous system. And you could hold that for days. Yeah. And then more information comes. And if you don't release that old information, you're stockpiling that in your body.
How can a person release information once it gets there? Because
you need to be aware, first and foremost, that this is what you're doing to your body. Okay. There are people that will not be aware that this information is just going to be stockpiling. So, we cannot speak for them, but I'm going to say it will not be an easy road for them down the road when they have not learned to release what they have already accumulated in their body. For those that are aware, you just have to, I don't know how to put it, that put your phone down, take a breather, and go out to nature and just set the attention to release anything you've taken into your body that does not support you.
Nature's a great way to do that.
Nature's an excellent way.
Trees are good for
Just going outside and walking in nature will take care of a lot of that, but there are people that don't even know to do that. So, I think we're just hitting a certain niche of people with this information, but,
But I think it's important because we are absorbing so much. And if you don't know how to release it, it's been a big lesson for me too this year to learn. And I'll tell you what I do is I go in my room and I shut the door and I put the fireplace on my TV. Aww. And there's something with the crackling that kind of brings the energy down.
Well, you're bringing back to a past life where that was a very comfort for you of sitting in front of a fire and connecting in. So that is part of that for you, Suzanne. That is soothing your soul on that level. Yeah. So yes, you're tapping into that.
I didn't realize that, but that may help other people too. So I just wanted to share that.
Yeah.
So I have a couple other things here. Because I know Diane has mentioned about a bush by her house, and she's wondering if there's a portal. But I have another friend who has a bush behind her house, and she was wondering the same thing.
Oh, so it's so interesting at her place. Her and her daughter both have twigged into this. Like, they both go to their bedroom windows, which, overlook that back bush, and they're like, what's going on there? And there's a little barn to the left of the field, and one by one she sees these light ships coming out from this corner of the barn. So they are quite low. And yes, there's this portal there, and one by one these light ships are coming out from the corner of the barn, and she's like, what the heck is going on there?
Well, that's cool.
It is. And her daughter is correct. There is a portal at the edge.
Yeah.
At the edge of that bush. And we kind of laugh to ourselves because, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
that's amazing that
We're on our end and we're on their end. So,
wow.
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
this other friend I have, I'll just mention it because it's fascinating. She feels like she sees a Bigfoot, like, or whatever they're called.
Oh, the Sasquatch.
Coming out of her bush. She feels that presence.
Oh, yes, yes. But you know what? She's sensing that presence, that Sasquatch, which is Diane's very familiar with, coming through. And yes, she does have a connection to that. People do on this planet, whether it be a past life as one or a connection to one. They will make themselves known to those that have that connection. So it could just be like a portal opening up and it showing itself to her, very much so. Do not disregard what you think and feel, because usually those are bang on.
Right.
So, yes, good for her.
Well, that's cool.
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you for answering that.
Mm-hmm.
There was a couple of other things. One of the things she wanted to know was about, I'll tell you both because I may forget. The one is about money, financial systems, the RV, all of these things that have been looping over the last decades. Is this a reality? Are they coming? Was it just all a ploy? Like, I think there's a lot of people that could benefit from the understanding of that.
Yes. It's so true that, let me say, the monetary system has been severely manipulated and controlled, and we are reversing that to assist people to be provided for, taken care of.
Is Diane okay?
Yeah, it's just her bones.
Would you like me to adjust the chair?
She's just working this out. This is normal. Her bones are just shifting, grinding. Okay. Does someone want to come in and talk about this? I just feel there just needs to be, Someone want to come in? Yeah. I'm not feeling someone right now, but yeah, I'm not sure how to answer this one. Maybe we're not supposed to.
And that's okay.
Yeah. Is it going to happen the way it's supposed to, or we're told? I think we have to be aware of variables, how it can happen. Let me just say that. I feel like we do want to put an umbrella of, I'm going to say secrecy around this for now. I'm going to say there's good things in the works. Will it happen the way we're told it will? Maybe not necessarily, but you will be assured that you will be taken care of. I'm going to say that. There'll be a lessening of the stress. I'm just seeing the purse strings opening, so I just feel like I want to leave it there for some reason.
And that's fine. That's perfectly fine if it's not. If there's maybe nothing that needs to be said. It's been talked about so many times.
Yes.
So, okay. I'm wondering if after Diane is completely integrated and all of that, is there a specific role that she is going to be? I kind of feel you touched on it, but in her physical life, what should she be doing?
I know. She looks at her life and go, well, I'm just living in this little, bungalow. What could I possibly do? But once you have acquired, what you need on this journey, and it is the integration of your higher self. Your role will be presented to you, and it may surprise you of where this will take you. She doesn't have any idea where that would possibly be, but that's maybe a good thing. I think the less we try and figure things out, the more when it falls into place, the better the surprise will be. And maybe this is why I'm not sharing so much, is people expect things to be one way.
Yeah.
And don't get yourself, in that mindset of, this is what's going to happen. Because what is planned is far greater than what you could have ever imagined.
So with that incoming light, it's all coming with that incoming light?
Yes. And when this happens, people will have that, I'm going to say, that light bulb moment that we have talked about before, and they will have that pure knowing of which direction to go to and what they need to be doing. It will be so integrated into them, and they will be guided by their higher selves, and they'll have more interaction with their team as well, and so they will be guided on their mission. And I think that's what needs to be maybe shared more, is that their missions will be more into alignment at that point in time than saying, I guess, more 3D, is this going to happen? Is there redemptions? I think that is so 3D at this point that we just need to open that up into new avenues of possibilities. And I think that's where Diane is starting to stretch to as well, is to just open up to new options, new possibilities. And when you put that out there, Spirit's going to meet you halfway with that. It is what expectations you put out there that will pave the way for you. So it is almost letting go of the old notions, the old, they said this was going to happen, 800 numbers. It's almost time to let that go and just put a new vision up and out for new avenues of possibilities of being supported, being taken care of, being nurtured in ways that you cannot even possibly imagine. So I think this is what's available on the forefront for people once you realize where to put your focus. Right. Let the old fall away and let new doors open to prosperity.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. Mm-hmm. So as a lot of the old is falling away, are the guides that walk with us, and as the old falls away, do our guides fall away and they're replaced with new ones? Like as we upgrade, do we get upgraded help from the other side?
Yes,
that was one of her.
Yes, definitely. I think her galactic family are coming more into the forefront, which she's very happy to, hear this, because she does think of her galactic family and, wonders how's that ever going to happen? So we are stepping in more and more, and we will be coming into her field of awareness down the road when she merges more into the completion of her higher self, and with her team, she will be guided to do what she has laid out for herself in this life plan. So the important guides will still be with her. The ones that she has signed up for, they are still staying on and being by her side, but her galactic family is moving more into the forefront with her moving forward, for sure.
Where is her galactic family from? Like, has she ever found that out?
Well, we have mentioned previously that she is Palladian.
Okay.
From Orion, like those have been mentioned, but she is thinking more of her galactic ship these days, and we are going to say that a higher aspect of her is on that ship, and I think there will be an emerging there with that aspect. So this will be interesting to see how this unfolds as this galactic aspect is integrated into her physical being.
I wonder if her ship is in the little barn on the left of the field.
Oh, it's interesting. She does, put it out there. Where are you out there? And we are cloaked.
Yeah.
Yeah, as all the light ships she sees, but she sees the light spinning underneath the crafts, and she's getting good at seeing the energy field of the light ships too, and she can kind of tell by some of the sizes, and some are fairly good in size, and she'll go, oh, that's a big one.
Wow.
And then, as we said before, they used to stop at the overhang, and now she sees through the roof of her house, so she'll tell them, oh, I can still see you, just keep going.
I can resonate with that one.
Yeah. So once they had stopped on the edge of the roof, they continue on, and she just watches them through her ceiling, and it's fascinating.
That's amazing, actually.
It is,
I didn't
because
know that.
The material aspect of the 3D is dissolving in some aspect, right?
Wow.
Because it's just molecules of energy that are keeping it together to make it a solid form.
Right.
So yes.
Okay. I just have a couple more quick questions here. One is about the cardinal, and the other is about the somebody knocking on the door in the dream.
Yes. Oh, I'm just going to say that sweet little cardinal. Oh my, it's putting a lot of energy getting her attention. I will say that. Yes. The cardinal.
Is it like a passed over family member or a spirit like wanting to connect? One of her guides, maybe, or?
You know what? I am feeling it's just Mother Nature.
Okay.
It's Mother Nature coming through this bird to get her attention. Because they are so connected, right?
Yeah.
And, in the wintertime, Diane doesn't go out much because of the weather. She's just...
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Mother Nature just comes knocking on her door. And she's using this little bird to, kind of say, come on out and play.
Wow.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. And the knocking she heard in her awareness when she was...
I'm going to say that's your galactic family right there.
Okay.
That is your family making... I'm going to say this is like a initial first round of connection. So that knock on the door, and in some way, she was asleep, but she was aware that it was happening, and she did go over in her mind and open that door. So that was I'm going to say clue, but and it was a a greeting, a welcoming of her opening that door and saying, yes, yes, come in. So that will be happening.
Excellent. How is her body scan going? Is Yeshua still
Yes,
there?
yes, yep.
Yeah?
It's going good. It's going good.
Okay. Okay, so one last question, and then I have a couple personal ones I'm going to ask for her, and I'm not going to put them on the video.
Right.
So what should be the most noticeable change for her moving forward this year?
Yes. Well, I think her most noticeable change, and this will, as I say, happen gradually, is that her body will regain its strength, and it's going to happen so slowly that all of a sudden she go, oh, well, I wasn't able to do that before, and now I can. And then she'll begin to strengthen her body in ways that maybe she hadn't thought of before, with maybe more exercise and strengthening and maybe more walks. We're going to encourage her with that because she does want to do that, but there's just not that energy or initiation to even go there right now, but that will, I'm going to say that will pick up come spring because she is getting eager to get outside. So that's a good thing for her to dabble in, is getting out there once again with her hands in the soil, and slowly and surely she will start seeing a noticeable change in her physical body. She will start to feel stronger. She will definitely feel more clarity, more insight coming in. She'll know more now, and she's picking up on this. Like wherever her eyes go, that's her intuition telling her to put her focus there. So she's aligning with her third eye. It's all coming in, and it will come in this year. So I would say that this is the biggest change for Diane, is she's going to be right 100% on track. One foot in front of the other, steady, focused, strong. Yes. And we're going to support her in that because she needs that support.
Excellent. Okay, well, before I do her her personal questions and I turn the camera off, is there anything like the collective or anybody there, you or Yeshua or like say Jesus, would like to say to humanity, because there will be people watching?
Yes. I just want to say, go gentle, everyone, moving forward. This is a challenging time for a lot of people on the planet, moving forward, but we will be moving forward in unison, even though it may not look like that. This is the intention. It is a collective, and slowly but surely, all these light bulbs will slowly start lighting up. And I'm going to use this analogy where, you look in the sky and you suddenly see a flock of birds, and they all turn in the one direction and go this way and that. And it's a beautiful dance of synchronicity when they just all flow. That's what's going to happen to humanity, and we will be joining up into that flow of like birds. We will migrate together. It will take some time, but this is what's going to happen. So yes, we are, let me say, in the thick of things right now, and this will continue as things fall away. And yes, changes will happen, but you are strong, you are resilient, and you have so much support going forward.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for all of that information that you shared, that everybody will be able to watch.